Today in the Life Lessons series, we're going to talk about toxic relationships. Should you stay or should you go? We'll discuss. It is perhaps unfortunate, but toxic relationships are just a part of life. Whether they are relationships that you're in with a significant other, whether they're relationships at work, whether they're relationships in the neighborhood that you live in, you're going to have your share of toxic relationships. The question is, should you stay or should you go? And that's a difficult question to answer because it takes deep, serious, and honest thought about the nature of the relationship, how it started, why it endures, and whether or not it should endure over time. And that really is a difficult task for people to undertake because many cases the toxic relationships you're in are relationships that really tug at you for one reason or another. It could be somebody that you've just known for a long time. It could be someone that you have to work with. It could be a girlfriend that you've had for a long time and it just feels comfortable to be in that relationship. Even when it's not comfortable, it still has a sense of comfort that you're just not willing to let go. And that's where you have to really sit down and take stock of what this relationship is, why you got into it in the first place. What are the roots of that relationship? What brought you two together? Maybe it is work. Maybe it is a relationship, a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. Or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the nature of your relationship is. But what keeps you together? What are your common interests? Why do you have to be together? Is there an alternative? Have times changed? Those are questions that you have to ask yourself because sometimes when we find ourselves in a comfort zone, that comfort zone is very, very comfortable and we just don't want to get out of it. It's like that comfortable chair in your living room. You sit in it, you fall into it, you just don't want to get up to the point that you almost fall asleep in that chair now and then. But just because something is comfortable doesn't mean it's good for you. And that's where you have to take serious stock and you have to ask yourself, is this really good for me? Is this good for the other person? Do we need to look at doing it differently? Those are the difficult questions that a lot of times we just don't want to deal with. And rather than deal with the tough questions, we decide to stick with what's comfortable, even if it's toxic, even if it's slowly destroying us, even if it's slowly eating away at us, even if it's quietly making us miserable. And that's why it's important to be honest with yourself. Because if you can't be honest with yourself, then who can be honest with you? Who can you be honest with? Talk to yourself, and I mean literally talk to yourself. People may think you're crazy, but what's crazier, talking to yourself to sort out a problem that's bothering you, or to just have the problem endure over time because you're unwilling to face it? That's what you need to think about, and think about very seriously. Because that toxic relationship could be slowly destroying you, and you might not even realize it.